Matthew Kogan. Julie Carson. Okay, I know our adult ed teachers are here.
We're here to talk about tenure in the adult division. While DACE has reported that it's open, we're here to tell you that it's really not working. Adult ed teachers have had the opportunity to apply for tenure for 3 weeks in the past 4 years. At the time of our last meeting with Ed Morris, DACE reported that only 7 adult ed teachers so far have been tenured. That's 1/3 of 1% of our teachers have been tenured. The result of the new tenure process is that the adult division remains staffed predominantly by part-time teachers with no job security. And let me make clear, it's not about money. Most of our schools are predominantly part-time, with most of those teachers have been able to cobble together health benefits. So you have 3 different classes with 3 different part-time teachers with 3 different health benefit packages. It should be 1 teacher teaching those 3 classes with 1 health benefit package. We're wasting money to have our teachers not tenured.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Carla Eck. I'm a teacher at Belmont Educational Career Center. I've been teaching for about, 7 years. I'm absolutely passionate about teaching in adult ed. I'm a product of 2 parents that went to adult ed. My father went to Virgil Adult School. My mother went to Evans. I was placed number 2 on the tenure list, and when I was placed number 2, I was so excited and I felt so honored. First of all, it's a very rigorous tenure process to go through, and I felt very esteemed by my administrators, felt like I did very well in the written and oral exam, and I really thought coming into number 2 I would have a possibility for getting hired for tenure. On my first interview, I was told by the principal that I did extremely well, that I was way qualified for the position. I was much more competent than a faculty member that he had on the list, a faculty member that was actually ranked way lower than I was. So when he told me that he was going to go ahead and choose the faculty member that was way lower on the list because he had loyalty for that person and basically knew that person, I was really disheartened because I knew that I was playing a game. And the game was that I had to go on these interviews. I was obligated to go, otherwise I would be eliminated from the list. I really felt that I was being cheated. And the reason why is because the principals up front, even before I would interview, they would tell me that they weren't really given any consideration outside of their own faculty on the list, but I had to go through with it. So I'd be stuck in traffic for an hour, going to the Valley, knowing I wasn't even gonna be seriously considered for the position. And I've done about 7 interviews with principals. I just wanted to say that I really will tell you what keeps me going to these interviews is the fact that I have a little one to support. I'm her sole provider. And that's what keeps me going. My parents rely on my income to pay for their mortgage. That's what keeps me going. I don't know what would keep you all going. I know dozens and hundreds of teachers that want to be full-time.
Hi, my name is Sandra Hall, and I just want you to see that I have a daughter who's 7. Her name's Mandy. I have 30 years total experience teaching. 20 of those years is in the community college. I have a master's degree, which is beyond what adult ed requires. I have all of my PhD work completed. I have been a teacher trainer for LAUSD and a presenter for adult teachers for 20 years. And yet, I cannot get tenure.
My name is Wai Chi Xiao. I have been teaching adults for 14 years. I love what I do. I'm also a single mom, and I want to be tenured. Last January, tenure was open for 3 weeks after it had been closed for 4 years. But only people that have 12 professional development hours, specifically in 07-08, can apply. But I had 50 professional development hours the year before. And I have hundreds of professional development hours in my teaching career. Because of the arbitrary requirement that all professional development hours must be in that 1 year. I was excluded. It was so unfair. I am a professional. I want job security. I want to work full-time, but I can't. Why can't I work full-time?
Imagine seeing this in the headlines in your local newspaper. Department of Adult and Career Education refuses to give teachers careers. Sounds ironic, doesn't it? Well, that's the current situation. As you know, when we talk about careers, it all hinges on the issue of tenure. And now we've been told that tenure has been effectively closed again, and there's no telling when it's going to be open in the future. Tenure now.
Mr. Wuchke has addressed the representations of collaboration with UTLA on this process. At one meeting, they told us, we've decided what we're doing, we're here telling you, and that's what they call collaboration. The district has taken, the Ed Code provides if you work a certain number of hours for 2 years, you become tenured. The district has taken a large portion of their budget, they put it into a different category at the local level, and they say these hours and this money is not eligible for tenure under the Ed Code. There is nothing in the Education Code to support that. And we think that the board has an obligation to look into that and look into compliance with the Education Code and see to it the district's in compliance. Thank you.
DACE has reported to the board that the present tenure system is the result of a collaborative process between ET and UTLA. As a participant to the Article 30 meetings of the past few years, I can attest that this is inaccurate. In short, it can be characterized as a process that is really designed to tenure as few as possible and leaves the door wide open for subjective bias and leaves out many deserving candidates due to simply unfair rules. I urge the board to help us achieve a tenure process that creates a professional cadre within adult education, much like K through 12. I appreciate your time and anticipate working with the board towards this end. Thank you.